Good morning. I guess it's afternoon at this point. Good afternoon. Today is Sunday, April 25th, 2025, and this is the weekly Bitcoin price forecast. Looking at where Bitcoin went in the last week and where it could potentially go in the future. So if we're looking at this is the monthly chart. The monthly chart is about to have its highest monthly close on record. There's still 5 more days in the month, so I mean it could potentially go down and not see that high close, but I just don't see that happening. There's a lot of good stuff on the horizon for Bitcoin, especially going into the month of June. I just think it's seen this tremendous strength that we're seeing right now, and that's going to continue on for some time. Until you hit some type of other stall period. But right now, this is showing huge signs of strength. Um, so if we look at this right here, you had 2 straight months of just absolute rapid price action. So from the lows, in April, about 75,000, you've run up all the way. What is that? That is 50%. It had a 50% run up from 74,000 all the way up to about 111, 112 at the top. So that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal in a 2 month period. I mean, some people wait multiple years to get a 50% return, but to see that in 2 months, especially during all the economic turmoil, is promising to say the least. So again, that's good to see. Very, very strong sign of bullish continuation here. So I mean, it's going to close even above the wicks of these previous candles. So it's really good to see. And especially we're at this. This upcoming week will be a short week because we have Memorial Day on Monday, so the markets will be closed. But Bitcoin runs 24/7, 365. Usually, it tends to wait until the market opens up again, especially now that a lot of institutional money is the one driving the price of Bitcoin. And these big buyers, that tends to happen during the normal market hours. But again, we'll see how that goes. I think for right now, I'm pretty confident that we'll end up somewhere in this range, closing for the month, and the month ends on Friday, I believe it is. So yeah, 1 more week. The final 5 days of the month, 5-6 days of the month, we'll see where Bitcoin holds. But this is promising for sure. Weekly chart. Again, we had the high monthly chart close, so we've closed 2 weeks in a row above the highs of the previous, and now the close will be right here. Above the wicks of the previous all-time high. So we passed the 109 all-time high, which was previous, and now we got up to an all-time high of 112,000. So that's good to see. This played out pretty perfectly. A nice V-shaped recovery, and probably a continuation onto the upside. So we'll see that. This 50 moving average, this white one, has just held beautifully this entire time. So I mean, even from the lows in 2024. After this big drawdown period, it really just has served as a great stopping point. So really, I mean, you won't see me talk about, oh yeah, we're in a real downtrend until we start breaking below this 100 moving average. So just something to see there. That's a weekly chart. Let's put the drawings on. At this point, and also I think I drew something up here. At this point, we will close for the first time, I think, on the monthly chart above this line. It's this white line that has been in place for quite some time. So you see all this area right here. This is a 2017 run up. This is 2021 run up, and now this is 2025. I think this is the first time that we're going to seriously break out of this area, and again past this green area that I've been talking about. So. Once we start getting up around 125, we're going to start seeing some magic happen very, very quickly. So that's good to see. Weekly chart, again, broke out this bull flag, met some resistance around this area, and now we're just going to keep on going. We're going to keep going. So major run up here. Again, we had the stair stepper move. This is the daily chart that I'm looking at now. So you had up and over, up, over, up, over, and then this was like kind of a. I mean, you could really draw a range right here, but kind of a. I probably did this on the 4-hour chart, but it went above that current all-time high area, came back and retested it. Came back to like 107. I really don't see it going back down to this area again. Really, that makes perfect sense. Even if it comes a little bit lower, to retest this area here, you can still see that run up to go to this area. So I mean, this is a nice channel, honestly, that you have right here. From here to here, is a pretty good uptrend channel. So you want to see it stay in that area. Want to see it stay in that area ideally. So you've just seen this run up really, and it's really pretty. So you could see something come back down to about 105, 104, and then just continue on. If it does that, it's really going to run up to. You have a clear path, as you can see here, up to 120. So again, that's just the way it goes. So 4-hour chart. Let's take a look here. I see a trend right here, trend line right there. I see another one right here. And you see it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to break out pretty soon. That's almost guaranteed. And then you head up to 116 very quickly. This will not be a short move by any means. I mean, this will not take a long time. So we see, again, the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart is held pretty well. We still have the 100 to contest with. You have this line up here. So it's not going to come down very far. I don't see that at all. I don't see it coming down very far. And we're really just in rarefied territory at this point. And a lot, like I said, more catalysts on the way to come. And we'll see. We'll see how that ends up turning out. So one other thing I want to look at real quick is the Bitcoin dominance. So I want to see Bitcoin dominance is basically Bitcoin has a market cap roughly of about $2 trillion. So at this point, it makes up 65. So you look at the total crypto market cap, which is probably somewhere around 3 trillion or something like that. And this is saying that Bitcoin makes up 65% of that market cap. And we saw down here at the lows and in 2021, major alt season and everything, just kind of a bear market around here. Bitcoin got down to about 40%. So altcoins and stables were really dominating for a while. But now we see really ever since the end of 2022, it has just been on an absolute tear. It's gone to the upside and it has not slowed down at all. Like it has not even kind of started to slow down. So we see that Bitcoin really it has been the one that has stolen the show this cycle. I know a lot of people are waiting for alt season, myself included. It's just interesting to see that, historically this is a level that we see for Bitcoin where things start to turn around in some way, shape, or form, but it is really even broken above this level. So seeing that happen is good. So, I mean, worst case, you see something back down here, but like I said earlier, as Bitcoin was in that area on the price range, I just see that still going up. So you may hit something around 70 or 72, which, I mean, at that point, you're just swallowing the whole market up. And then if we really see some type of alt season, it'll be quick to where it's like, you see this major run up all the way to, I don't know, let's say 70. Let's say 70, and you run up here. And then you could see a steep drop down to like 45, 50, something like that, or maybe these moving averages. We'll see how that plays out. But the point is, Bitcoin has been dominating since the end of 2022 and going into 2023. And I mean, there's a reason that I've only talked about Bitcoin for the most part for this time. I enjoy like some of the other tokens and whatnot, Solana, Ethereum, the things on Base, they're all doing great things in the DeFi space, but realistically, Bitcoin is the one that's going to capture the major attention. It's going to be the long-term store of value. It's the one that's not going anywhere, before anything else. So, it's been exciting to see for sure, but, we'll continue to look. But right now, it's very much so still in this channel. Could come down, but really, we're kind of, once we start getting up into here, I'll be a little bit more confident that, all right, well, maybe alt season will come and we'll get some type of release on liquidation for some of these, positions that are there. So. Who knows? We'll have to see. Nothing really in economic news this week. FOMC minutes coming out. This is Labor Day, so markets closed. I'm sorry, Memorial Day. I always get those two mixed up. Memorial Day on the 26th. 28th, you got FOMC minutes, and then blah, blah, blah. None of this matters. The next one that matters is non-farm payroll, which honestly really doesn't matter. And then mid-month, you have some interest rate decisions. So those will be the big ones for both the Bank of Japan and the Federal Reserve. So we'll see how they come out with their numbers and what happens. Overall, crypto fear and greed index is rising. People are getting more greedy. They're getting a little bit more into the space. So we see like these this is like kind of around the end of mid-March and then kind of early April when all the tariff stuff came around. People were absolutely, scared out of their mind with Bitcoin and crypto in general. But since we've seen that, and since it's come back, it's just been an absolute vertical recovery. With the greed picking up very quickly, not quite into extreme greed just yet, but I think we will start to see a lot more time with it spent in the extreme greed period, because this is going to be where the bull market really starts to pick up. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Right now, I mean, like I said, probably a good place to start considering taking some type of profits around like 120, because it may stall out there. Not the full bag and whatnot, but you see now we're kind of approaching extreme greed, so maybe a pullback before some type of other move up. But who knows? The fear and greed index there is something that we want to pay attention to. So. Total assets by market cap. So I was looking at this week, and gold is number one. You got Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple. This ranks all the market caps of all the things in the world, whether it's in the U.S. or China or Germany, wherever. It ranks them all. These are all the top assets in the world. And Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, and now Bitcoin is number 5. Number 5 in the world, from magic internet money to now a $2.15 trillion asset. And growing. So, I mean, it's not off the table that you'll see it be number 2 before the end of this year, and have some type of market cap in the 3 trillion, just something above Microsoft. That is more than on the table. Now, will it surpass gold this year? Probably not. I'd say there's about a 0.5% chance that we get to a $22 trillion market cap. That would be insane. We would have much bigger problems if we got that high, but I think that, getting to a $3.3 trillion market cap, which at this point, that's like not even a 2x. That's about a 50% move, which puts Bitcoin at 150 roughly. It has flipped everything. It flipped everything, and now it's the number 2, only behind gold. So now you really only have Bitcoin and gold in that area. And I think silver is going to start creeping up too. Silver will start creeping up too, right behind gold. So I've been saying for a while, it's going to be gold, Bitcoin, and silver, and the precious metals. Let me go back here. Really, the precious metals are gonna dominate, and the hard money. It's the hard money out here. Let's see if there's any other precious metals. Platinum. I mean, that's down here. I don't really see anything crazy happening with platinum for real. Those are the other big ones. So just pay very close attention to gold, Bitcoin, and silver over the coming months, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised for sure. I'm not going to be surprised about Bitcoin at all. Silver is going to be the dark horse here. I think silver is going to do great things. Gold is just gold. It's going to continue to rip because it's been that historic store of value. But we'll see. Let's see. This is the Bitcoin conference. So that is this week in Las Vegas. Bitcoin 2025 is in Las Vegas this year at the Venetian, and they have a lineup. They have a lineup for sure. JD Vance, Ross Ulbricht, huge in crypto. Michael Saylor, Senator Loomis, Dick Sachs, Bo Hines, and I mean it's pretty much Trump's entire cabinet. Jack Mallers, Adam Back, all these people. Peter Schiff, the gold bug for sure. But he's since even given Bitcoin its credit. So Vivek Ramaswamy, Byron Donalds, Lynn Alden. So I mean these are big names. The Winklevoss twins. You have Caitlin Long. All these different people. Arthur Haynes is a big one. Brandon Lutnick, who's I guess it's the Commerce Secretary. That is I don't know if that's his son or if he's related to Lutnick, who's on Trump's cabinet, but we'll see. Brian Johnson, big biohacker. So there's just so many. Dan Moorhead, Pantera Capital, like a lot of high-powered names here. Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., just a ton. Hester Pierce, who's with the SEC. It's a star-studded cast, and especially with us hitting all-time high, I know that conference is going to be electric. So I mean, shout out to everyone who's going to that. Should be a good thing for all who attend. But I mean, you can just see that they have a really, really solid lineup here across the board. So. I'm not going to go into all these people. You can go and look for yourself. It's on the website, and I think they have a playback too if you want to hear it. But that for a cost, of course. But I think that's it. Long story short, here it was a long, hard road to get to this point, but now we're at the point where I think we'll start to see continuous breaking of all-time highs. So for everyone trading, you should see some good volatility. And for people who are just buying and holding, congratulations that you've held to this point. So I don't really have too much else. I mean, again, happy trading. I hope for the best over the next couple months, and that we all see the gains that we came here for. But other than that, y'all, it's been Chris Talks Crypto. Check out your crypto-based resources on christalkscrypto.com, and I will see y'all on the moon. Take care. Bye-bye.